Reasons to avoid vegan cooking. If the idea of eating healthy has crossed your mind at some point, you are likely wondering exactly how a vegan lifestyle would help you. This is a lifestyle that crosses the minds of thousands of people each year in addition to the millions who are already eating strictly vegan. With a large bit of effort, there are plenty of benefits that vegan eating can provide, but have you ever stopped to consider some of the negative complications that are possible as well? For many people each year it is just not worth the hassle to eat vegan, and many people do not understand why. In order to start to understand, we shall dive into some of the problems with vegan eating and take a peek. One of the biggest problems with a vegan lifestyle is the absence of meat. While many people around the world really desire to do better for the environment, the draw and attraction of a well-prepared steak or a delicious hamburger is simply too much temptation to avoid. If you find yourself in this position, there is little that you can really do to get away from meat. You have to really want to move away from eating meat in order to be successful. A vegan lifestyle is not something that you can commit to if you are in the habit of eating steak or other meats continuously. If we have to be brutally honest with ourselves, we have to admit that our lives are busier now than they ever have been before. This means that frequently we find ourselves pulling up to the drive-thru of our favorite fast food restaurant and ordering something that is prepared hurriedly for us to eat. If you are trying to live a vegan lifestyle, it can be extremely difficult to plan out your life so that you can avoid these restaurants. After all, avoiding meat at a fast food restaurant is difficult. If you are able to plan your routine to avoid eating out as much as possible, you will find it substantially easier to enjoy a vegan lifestyle. Many children are not keen upon change. This is something that parents have tried for years to change. It never fails. If you have something that you really want to do, your child will fight you on it. Trying to force them to change even further seems to only lead to more frustration. Working with your child to make smaller changes might be necessary, but some parents are not willing to do this. If you find that you are not interested in allowing your child to have a serious say over what they are eating, it might be a good idea to look for some ways to live together and exist happily together at the dinner table. Other problems that are frequently occurred is the lack of desire to eat vegetables. If you are like most families, you probably do not eat as many vegetables as you should. This can make things extremely complicated when it is time to start giving up meat entirely. If you find yourself skimping on the vegetables on your plate, you are very much likely to discover that it is difficult for you to start heaping your plate full of veggies when the time comes. If, however, you are one of the first people in line to always pile up with different types of veggies for each meal, then you might discover that a vegan lifestyle is not as difficult or complex as you might have thought. Working to create a new lifestyle for yourself is not always easy. Taking some time to really determine the best course of action for yourself is always best. If you get in a huge rush and start pushing through before you really have time to make the smaller changes, you will see that it is even harder. Small changes are usually best, even if this is not necessarily what you are most interested in. If you like the video, give us a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. For more healthy tips, visit our website at ntk-learning.com. Thank you for watching and see you next time.